Okay, it's working. Hello everyone, sorry people are getting dinner. Hello everyone, it's Survival, and today I'll be reading another creepypasta. This is another Pokemon one. This is Pokemon Lost Silver. Let's get to it. You see, I am a simple college student living alone
This
in my
is my
apartment.
contour. It knows there are lots of sides.
Shut up. Sorry. You see, I am a simple college student living alone in an apartment. I was very enthusiastic about the release of Pokemon Heart Gold Soul Silver. Here in the States, I have purposely locked myself out of all media and internet aside for school purposes. That means no 4chan, no Wikipedia, etc. As I was busy with the school year and being poor at the time, I wasn't able to buy Soul Silver on launch date. After my school year ended, I ordered Soul Silver on Amazon. However, it would take a week for it to arrive. I decided in that time I would replay my Crystal version on my Game Boy Color. However, I realized that long ago my mom threw it away because I told her to save what dead. I was very upset about it then. She also threw away my silver version, so all I have is my Game Boy Color. As such, I set out to GameStop and bought a used silver version, as it was the only Pokemon game left that they have for the Game Boy Color. $10, fairly cheap. I went home and started up for a nostalgia trip. However, that's where things started getting bizarre. And most likely, the reason you read this. The Game Freak logo started normal, but just froze there. I thought the cart was aired, so I turned it off and on. The same thing happened. I tried pressing A and start over and over, all the buttons. Eventually the logo vanished and there was a black screen for about 5 seconds. Suddenly, rather than go to view on the screen, I was already in the game previously, which was odd. I was expecting all its cards to have been wiped by the poor battery. Either way, I wasn't complaining, as I was chosen the continue option to see the previous guide anyways. First off, I checked his training information. He was just dot, dot, dot. He didn't have much originality. I checked his profile and was apparently he had 999 colon 999 hours put into the game, with all 16 badges and a bunch of Pokédollars. I can't even read. That's too much. And all 251 Pokemon on the player back then. I checked his Pokemon to see what a badass team he has. To my surprise, I saw 5 unknowns and 6 Pokemon named Hurry. I'm thinking there must be some cruel joke of this person who played the last game, but I decided to check Pokemon names. As I expected, there were different letters of unknown, all level 5, but I was a bit shaken on an alphabet at the time. But I did identify the words spelled out B, leave. How much time am I at? Okay, I'm good. As for the 6 Pokemon, it turned out to be Cynical. Mind you, this was before they were individual Pokemon icons. The Cynical looked normal, but it was level 5 with only 1 HP and only 2 attacks, Clear and Flash. I don't know why they named him Hurry, but at the time I just disregarded it. The most eerie thing that was, despite my volume being at max, none of the Pokemon he had said their usual parts, just pure silence. Having enough of the team, I closed it. I was parked by what appears by a room and said, Bellspell Tower, sorry, I'm horrible at reading. For some reason, there were no NPCs around. Even more eerie that there was a pillar in the middle that didn't move at all, as if just leaning on its side. There was no music at all, and then there was no exit or ladder, or at least I thought there wasn't. I walked around a few minutes, but can't seem to find a way out. There's certainly not a room I'd seen Bellspell Tower before. I tried checking my items for an escape rope, but the bag was completely empty, and there was no Pokemon either. Finally, I managed to find the ladder, which turned out to be behind the pillar. The screen turned black, and the music finally started playing. I had a sudden chill as I recognized that melody I heard theme when you listen to the radio at the Alpha Ruins where the unknowns are. The cat is meowing, I'm sorry. I immediately realized that it wasn't a loading transition, but rather I was in a dark room and would need flash. Before I took care of that, though, I immediately checked my Poké Gear to change the radio or something more pleasant, but it turns out there was no radio card, or even a phone, no time cards, or map was card only which gold from earlier, and I will call him Gold from now on, was just walking in the midst of black. I recall listening to pull that flash, so I turned on my Poké Gear and made the turned off my Pokegear and made the Cyndaquil use Flash. I didn't see any message saying hurry has used Flash or anything like that. The room just became lit, just like that. I soon regretted it. The room was chilling blood red, lit on a gray path and heating soon. The ladder I used to go up/down was not there at all. I had no choice but to head south. The screen went darker. 20 steps I made until I finally made it to the end, which appears to be a sign. I read since the tournament note. Suddenly, I was asked to answer yes or no, but there was no question I asked. I chose yes, as I do not know what was expecting. The screen went black again, the ladder climbed sound. The unknown radio music stopped, and in a few seconds replaced with non-escaped poetry music. I was in another dark room, but I held my breath and used flash when sunlight said hurry has fainted, which was odd since I recall that there was no stats conditions like poison on it. I and I clearly wasn't in a battle. I checked my Pokemon quickly, and suddenly his no longer in my party. In fact, a bit of an investigation on my Pokemon were there, but instead, all the person told him unknowns. I did the same thing before and spilled on my unknowns. The team of the unknowns spelled he died. So I had the eerie feeling just to check over my shoulders. I've already conducted that this was clear I hacked the game and some sort of sadistic, I'm not going to say the cuss word that sold it to me. Okay, sadistic FUCK person sold it to me. Sorry, I'm not going to cuss. Sold it to me at GameStop. Or sold it to GameStop, sorry. However, my curiosity kept me going. I checked the trainer profile of ... Alright, we're at 6 minutes. Again, only to find that the Spirit of Gold was missing his arms. He also seemed to appear less smug, but rather than seem more sad and empty in a way that I do not know how to describe. For some reason, it also said that he had 24 badges, which was clearly impossible. After a few minutes of aimless wandering, my character suddenly spun and did the escape of spinning animation. Instead of flying up, though, my character spun downwards, slowly, as if sinking. After that screen, the music stopped. After finally landing, the overall Spirit of Gold colored differently now. Instead of his usual red color, he don't, what? He apparently appeared completely white now, including his skin, as if he came straight from the color of this Game Boy placed into the colored background of the Game Boy Color. I checked his profile now he was white and his overall sprite. He lost his legs, and as what appeared to be bloody tears from his eyes. It also said he now has 32 badges, which is starting to disturb me, as this change of numbers seemed to represent something important. I'm thinking about that for some reason. I also checked my Pokemon. This time it contains 5 unknowns and 130 without a name. The unknowns are this time level 15 and spelled die. I checked the Sully's profile. It was a string Sully, except it was only half of its sprite, one arm, one leg, one eye, and only had one attack. Perish song. The area I was in itself, the Sprout Tower and Mobile Pillar as before, except everything apparently is red now. It's apparently red now. I walked north for what felt like forever. Eventually, I finally encountered some generic NPCs. They were all in this side, just facing along. No, they were also white. Nothing happens when I try to speak to them. I just kept going on north until the pillar eventually appears, chopped off with a transparent red in the spot. I went up to red and without pressing, I was suddenly engaged in and finally in a battle. Keep checking the time. Oh, go on. The music starts again, which it sounds like the unknown radio music again, but played backwards. Oh my god. Blah, 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 blah. Pikachu is forced in the fight. Pikachu level 255. I'm skipping because we don't have level 10. Pikachu's curse. Flail. Frustration. Pain Split was used by Selby. Pikachu's Mean Look and Pikachu's Destiny Bond. At the point I just freaked out, the transparent red sprite was suddenly beheaded, leaving nothing but transparent body. Oh. Then the battle ended. I'm back in the overworld. Another change to the gold sprite. He's not transparent as the red's overworld sprite. I quickly checked Gold's profile. Or this time, the only thing that remained of him was his head with a transparent skin. His head was zoomed in a bit, showing a black void in his eyes. It now stated that he had 40 badges. Then I backed out and checked my Pokemon. There were at least 20 shiny unknowns, which spelled out red no more. I was what I now know is next to the end. He appeared. I walked around my room to interact with things. I'm a bit afraid to go downstairs. Gold was not moving his transparent limbs at all while doing so, just floating like those ghosts you've seen down near Pearl. Blah 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 blah. He leaves the room. I finally encountered something. It was Gold's regular sprite. I talked to him. He said goodbye forever. Notably, with the space between forever and dot 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 dot, dot and vanished. As it happened, it's a question with nightmare, at which point I would not deny that being impossible. Gold did another escape rope animation, slowly down, except for I'm now back in the small hollowed out room, surrounded by graves from earlier. Or at least I say I was back there, and as there was no sprite more, I tried to walk, but nothing happened, not even wall bumping was. I checked my trainer. Absolutely no more gold sprite left. I set at 0 badges and all the pictures of the Johto dream leaders at the bottoms were replaced with skulls. He read the unknowns and spelled out I'm dead and final text said rip dot dot dot. Okay, so that's the creepypasta Lost Silver. I had to kind of speed up the reading by skipping out some details. You can read it for yourself at creepypasta.wikia.com/wiki/Pokemon_lost_silver if you want to read the whole thing for yourself. So this is only the second one. I'd say I did okay. What do you guys think? If you want me to read the Lavender Town, I already did the Lavender Town thing. But if you want me to do a creepypasta, go ahead and request it in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time.